My dear friends, what you are going to see is Vijnana Tantra, Osho Siva Sutra Meditation 42. Intone a sound audibly. What do you mean by intone? Say, speak. Intone a sound audibly. Audibly means as you can hear. Say the word very loud as you can hear. Then after that, less and less audibly, slowly you reduce the sound as feeling deepens into this silent harmony. As first you are saying a word loudly, keep on repeating the word, then slowly reduce the sound. As the sound reduces, the feeling also reduces for the word. In the silent there will be peace and harmony. So this is what its 42 Tantra says. See, all these meditations, 112 meditations, all these meditations comes under any meditation you can take in that sense. What's practicing or practiced over all around the world, all this meditation comes under this 112 meditation. Any sound, for example, but that sound you should have a feeling towards that sound. What is the sound you can take? You can take a sound, your beloved's name, any name which you love the most. But when you say the word, when you say the name, you should have a feeling towards that name. For example, Hindus generally they say Ram, Krishna, then what? Anjaneya, Vinayaka, and Christians generally they say Jesus, Maria, Moses, and Mohammedans they say their name Allah. So those words has a feeling, they have a feeling. So as you say the word louder, the word is attached with the feeling, right? Your beloved's name, your lover's name, your wife's name or husband's name, that name has a feeling. So as you say it loudly, for example, Ram, 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 then slowly you reduce the sound. That word Ram has a feeling for you. So as you intone loudly, you hear the word Ram, Ram, Ram. Slowly what happens? The sound, you are reducing the sound, reducing, and as if only you can hear it. As you slowly say the name, that name slowly goes off because you are intoning it, saying it inside your heart. Then what happens? The word goes off. Then what it remains? Only the feeling remains. That name has gone. So with that feeling you are watching the world. How will it be? So here this sutra says, why they have chosen the name? See, sound. Sound is mind. Do you agree with this? Sound is mind. Heart is silence. Sound is mind. See, whenever you think, all the thoughts are going on in your mind, isn't it? All the thoughts are going on in the mind. So, a lot of sounds are there. If sound is there, there is no silence. If silence comes into the mind, what happens? There is no mind. If silence is there, then there is no mind, right? So, to go to your heart, what you have to do? You have to use the sound. So, we are standing in the head. See, all the actions from morning to night, what you do? You do it through your head, isn't it? I have to do this, I have to go there, I have to come. So, all the things, thoughts, you are standing in your head and speaking. So, to make it silent or to go from head to heart, that is from sound to non-sound, silence, then what you have to use? You have to come to your head and only then you can go to your heart. See, what is heart? A physician will say heart is just a pumping system, isn't it? Just a pumping system. But you see, when you get a shocking news, what happened? The heart stops. So there is a connection, some tragedy, something your beloved once has fallen ill or met an accident or something like that. Suddenly your heart stops. So there is a connection between the word what you hear and the heart functioning. So here our Tantra says, in the heart, Tantra says the heart, there is a layer where the feeling is there. So mind is sound, heart is silent, the feeling. So to go to heart, you have to cross through your mind. So what you have to use, lot of words are there in your mind, isn't it? Take one name, forget all the sounds, take one sound. For example, I take Krishna's sound, Krishna, because I am a Hindu, or if I am a Christian, I will take Jesus. If I am a Mohammedan, I will take Allah. So when I take a name, only that name is there, only that name I am sounding it, because only one sound is enough. Then taking that sound slowly and slowly and slowly, then I am going deep inside my what? Inside, then the sound goes off, then only the feeling is there, the feeling of Ram, or feeling of Jesus, or feeling of Allah. But one problem, what happens? The sound goes off, right? So see, in any religion, whether it is Hinduism or Christianity or Islam, whatever the religion is, you don't start straight away with the religion, you start with a sect, isn't it? See, generally people, you take in India, each one has a god, isn't it? Family god. Kula Devam they say, isn't it? From that god, you have a separate community, isn't it? Caste. In that caste, different section, and those caste comes under one religion. So you start from low to the bottom and then you reach to the religion. Like that, you start from one sound, reduce all the sound, take one sound. From that sound you are coming to your heart. And then the feeling alone is there. See, when you choose a word, a sound, that sound should have a feeling. If you are a Hindu, you better take a Hindu God's name. If you are a Christian, you better take a Christian God's name. Suppose if you are a Hindu and if you take a Christian name, it won't stand, because you don't have the feeling towards that word. See, suppose if I am a Hindu and I take a name of Christian sound, Jesus, outwardly it may be looking in surface, okay, but deep inside I don't have the feeling towards what? Christian name Jesus, because I am very much attached towards Hindu. Scientifically I may take, but it doesn't work. That's what two religions, oldest religions in the world. What are the two religions, oldest religion? It is Judaism and Hinduism. Very old religion. From Judaism only Christianity has come. From Judaism, what is one other religion which has come? Islam. From Judaism, that is Western countries, two religions has come from Judaism. What are the two religions? It is Judaism and Christianity. In India, from Hinduism is the oldest religion. From Hinduism which came, what are the religions which has come? Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism, right? So from Christianity, from Judaism, two religions has come. From Hinduism, three religions has come. So Hinduism and Judaism, they don't appreciate conversion. Conversion means what? Converting from one religion to another religion, because this is the mother of all religions. You can convert a Hindu to a Christian, you can convert a Hindu to a Muslim, but you cannot convert a Muslim to Hindu. Why? Because already is a Hindu there. So any word, if you take that word, that sound should have a deep meaning. If you are a Hindu, you better take a Hindu God's name. That's why, see, you go to a temple, any temple, Hindu temple. Have you seen the Garbhagriha? You know Garbhagriha, what do you mean by Garbhagriha? The deity which is there, sanctum sanctorium, where the God is there, isn't it? The idol is there. That is called Garbhagriha. So in that Garbhagriha, what do you mean by Garbha? Garbha means mother's womb, isn't it? So you find in any temple there will be only one door, dark room, there is only one door, not much of ventilation, dark room. Why the room is so small? Because it is like a womb, mother's womb. So each temple has its own signs. You see Christian churches, what do you find in Christian churches? Lot of ventilation. So here Hindu gods are kept in certain places. It is called Garbhagriha and it looks like a mother's womb. There is warmthness in there. So each temple has their own Ishtadevada. Ishtadevada means what? Separate God. So when you go there inside the temple, each Garbhagriha, each Ishtadevada, they try to get a separate sound. Each temple has its own sound. You go to Ayyappa temple, you say Ayyappa, Ayyappa. You say go to Muruga's temple, you say Muruga, Muruga. When you say Muruga, Muruga, inside that Garbhagriha, that is the womb, that is the the deity where it is, it starts vibrating the sound. Then when you go there, you feel as if you are a newborn person. You forget the past. When you come out, when you see the deity and you start saying the name, it starts vibrating. Which starts vibrating? The Garbhagriha starts vibrating and you get the vibration and you feel that you are a newborn person and you come out. That is why you go to temple. Each temple, Hindu temple. Mohammedans, Islam people, they have a different signs of praying to God. That is why no Hindus or no Christians are allowed in Mecca. You know Mecca mosque, they are not allowed. Same way in Hindu temple, Christians and Islamians are not allowed. Nothing wrong about it, isn't it? Because each religion follows their own scientific way of practicing for millennia, lot of years, hundreds of years and thousands of years. So suppose if other person come, then what happens? The whole atmosphere will be disturbed. That's why when Christians came here to India, when they captured India, when they went to temple, they found that our Hindu temples are unhygienic, because that God where it is there, it is dark, no air. They found it is so unhygienic, but there is a science behind that. Mother's womb, there is no air, ventilation, it is just warmth inside. So in that way the temple has been constructed in India. So you choose a name, any name. Temple is the best place for you to go, but go in a regular time. Suppose if you go at 7 o'clock, go exactly at 7 o'clock evening, and you go, when you go into a temple, maybe a Ram's temple or Krishna temple, any temple as such, you start intoning the sound, telling the sound, because each temple has its own name, and as you say that name, the Garbhagriha, the idol starts vibrating, the sound starts vibrating, then you will find lot of change. Then after that only the feelings will be remained. You become a newborn person. So this is the science about science of the temples. So what I say is, select a sound. If not any sound, if you don't get any sound, at least take your sound, your name. Suppose your name is Sadish or Vinayak or Ram or any name, Raghu, any name, or Sita or Gita, whatever the name is, you take your own name, because your name is very privileged name for you. But some people, they don't respect themselves, isn't it? Some people, they hate themselves. They are not giving respect to themselves. For that you can choose any other name, your beloved's name, your mother's name, your father's name, which you have a strong feeling towards your name, that name. As you tell the name, what happens? Slowly as you go inside and inside, say the name, then after that the name disappears and the feeling towards that person, the feeling alone remains in you, that name is gone. See, when you love somebody, when the love is addressed towards somebody, it is not love. The love should have that own feeling. You cannot address to somebody. When something is not addressed to somebody, then it is called prayer. What do you mean by prayer? You go to temple, you see the God, and you are not addressing towards the God, but only the feeling is there. and you are just sitting with the feeling. That is called prayer. When, if it is unaddressed, not addressed, that is which comes from your heart. So here, so what is here is, take a sound, because see, the mind, when all the sounds are logically arranged. What do you mean by mind? Mind is there, you are thinking, a lot of thoughts are going on. If all the sounds are logistically arranged, you are considered to be a sane person. What do you mean by sane? An intelligent person, a nice person who is good in moving. But if the mind is completely with lot of sounds, then what happens? You become insane. Insane means what? Mad. If the mind is, all the sentences, words and thoughts comes in order, then you are a what type of person? Sane person. Sane means what? Intelligent, nice, but all the thoughts are coming in confusions in your mind, then what happens? You are a confused person. So forget all the sounds, take one sound, and that sound you should what? Intone it. As you intone the sound, what happens? As you intone the sound, what happens? The sound goes off, only the feeling remains. So this is what the Siva Sutra says in 42. Okay, to conclude this sutra, what the sutra says is, take a sound which you like the most. The sound should have a feeling. As you keep telling the sound, tell it loudly as you hear. Only one sound you are taking, the mind stops, and only that sound you are taking. As you keep on saying the sound with the feeling, slowly the sound disappears and only the feeling is there. Right, sir? So as you keep, this practice can be done in a temple or in your home. A small room should be there. Temple is good always. See, that is the reason we don't allow visitors, foreign visitors to our temple. The temple is a place, scientifically a good place for you to go and practice this intoning the sound, because in a temple there will be a particular sound. That sound matches the idol, the garbha inside, and it starts vibrating, and you can find the vibration in your heart. So one particular time you take, just like morning breakfast you eat at 8 o'clock, lunch 1 o'clock, and dinner at 7 o'clock, and you sleep at 9:30. Anything which you do systematically, what happens? Everything has a clock time, isn't it? Sun rises exactly at 6 o'clock. Sun sets exactly at 6 o'clock. So each one has their own time, isn't it? Cosmetic time. Like that, you have your own clock time. So do that only on that particular time. See, it is scientifically proven that anything which you do regularly at particular time, you live for a long time. If you are living for 80 years, you will be living for 90 years. If you do it anything particularly on particular time. If you sleep exactly at 10 o'clock, daily you sleep at 10 o'clock, you will be living for 10 more years. Suppose if you are sleeping at 9 o'clock, the other day you sleep at 12 o'clock, the next day you sleep at 3 o'clock, your timing is not regular, then instead of living for 80 years, you will be living for only 70 years, 10 years is reduced. So one particular time you can choose, and on that particular time you do this intoning the sound, feeling, only the feeling should remain. So with that wonderful feeling, you are selecting a name which has a deep feeling, and with the feeling you are saying, as the word is as reduce the sound, only the feeling remains, the person goes off. Now the feeling remains. See, when you are a Christian or Hindu, see, if I am a Hindu, okay, I start with the name Ram, Ram, Ram. Slowly the Ram goes, only the feeling of love becomes. So as I keep on saying, my religion goes off. I am not a Christian, I am not a Hindu, I am not a Mohammedan. I become just a human being with a feeling, right? So as I keep on reducing the sound, then I become a human being. that becomes a religious. See, in Tantra it says religious persons are the persons who are not religion oriented, right? So, when you come out of that with the feeling and with being, when you understand your being, then you become a more religious person. Hope you are able to understand.